I'm just going to open it up on this, and then the only good thing about my laptop is I can charge my phone.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, I'm sorry. Slow down it dying, not charge it.
My thing doesn't do face recognition.
Your phone?
Yeah, with the helmet on.
Dark helmet.
Dog helmet. I have to increase my volume a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, cool. I like the background.
Do you like that?
It's real dark.
Very
That's
dark.
Count Dookie, right?
Yes.
Darth Maul.
I believe so.
So I did, huh?
I said I believe so.
And then, for Who Said It, going through quotes and stuff, Darth Maul doesn't say hardly anything in Phantom Menace.
Yeah, he says like one thing.
No. He says like 4 things, but that's it. I mean, everything else is just dual lightsaber or a double lightsaber. What's up?
Ray Park is a quiet man.
He's a quiet man. He's the same guy that played Toad in X-Men, right?
Yep.
And that's all I know.
And he also played the Headless Horseman
In Sleeping Hollow?
in Sleepy Hollow when he was the Headless. Because he's all about
Really?
the swords, and his sword play is pretty up there, if you couldn't tell.
Man, I haven't seen that movie since 2002.
Oh, really?
When I haven't seen that movie in a long time. It's a good movie. Johnny Depp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That used to be like on my like regular.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Sorry.
That used to be like a
I'm sorry.
regular on my rotation.
Stained?
Yearly rotation.
Stained?
Sleepy
What
Hollow.
are you talking about? Oh, okay. I was changing the subject. I didn't know if you were changing it with me.
Hey
It's been
there,
a while.
Buffy. Oh.
Been a while.
All right, let's see.
Coffee, brown. I can't remember. Something like that. I forgot how that song goes. I have to listen to it again. It's been a while. Get it? Because it's been a while. Okay, great. Let's see. Man, I was playing Mega Man the other day. You saw me, right? Man, I'm not good at that game. I need some practice.
I could beat that game without dying.
I know, but you've played it.
No, I know. That's
way more.
That's very true.
You've played Mega Man games much more than I have.
I'm gonna do some sound tests really quick.
Jedi scum.
Okay, that's not that bad. You're good to talk though. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing.
Burn. Man, which lightsaber would I take? We'll find out later in the show. Do. May Sith. Let's see here. Would Darth Maul be cool on the light side? Like instead of
I don't think he'd look like that, to be honest, because the dark side tends to like change you, not just mentally and stuff like that, but it changes you physically. That's why all dark side people look kind of dark, redundancy there.
Right, they look like they age a little bit more quickly.
Yeah, they're old, man.
Except for Darth Maul, he seems to be very useful. Updating your system. Updating your system. Up and down.
The power of love.
No power of. Yes. Oh, 34, 44, 55, 67. Oh my gosh, are we going to make it to 100? Yes, we did. And
we're getting there.
Come on, baby.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Okay, that's good.
I can't wait till who said it.
You got some doozies? Do you have some doozies for me?
Yeah, if you get the movie, whatever, you know what I mean? But it's really who said it, you know?
Sure.
You know who said it, you know what movie already.
Well, if it's from Solo, I'm not going to get it.
Oh, I didn't do anything for Solo. I don't have any memorable lines from that movie. I'm sure there is, but nah. Meh.
I really was going to watch it. I really was in the mood.
In the mood? Were you gonna watch it solo or with the fam?
Nice.
No, it was an actual question.
Nice. I could feel my helmet just constantly hitting the.
You're not gonna
the microphone.
Okay.
What?
No answer. Okay, got it.
Got it.
Not gonna
Lock
watch
spoils in attack position. Lock spoils in attack position.
All right. Okay. You may have to do a lot of the talking. I'm just gonna be.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see how this works. You ready?
Yep. For it.
Good evening, movie broskies. This is the Movie Broview. I'm your host, Darth Charzar, with my man, the Padawan, Joshizzle2323. What's up, Josh?
What's up, man? Nice, nice helmet you got on there.
Do you like it?
Can barely hear you, dark helmet.
I hope you can hear me a little bit. I'm trying to speak up through this thing. It's one of them things. I can still feel it just rubbing against the microphone. It's gonna be such great audio to have to listen to later. But anyway, this is the Movie Broview, where two brothers give their brotherly take on movies from today, yesterday, and tomorrow. This week we're obviously, celebrating May the 4th be with you and Revenge of the Sith on the 6th. It's episode 9, and title, of course, is May the Sith be with you. Definitely got to go through some Star Wars action with you guys tonight. We got a couple of cool things that we want to share with you. We're going to have a little news and notes, because there's a couple of things that dropped really, really cool this week. We're going to do birthdays. We're going to have a little section of Who Said What. For you on the YouTube, like and subscribe. Hit that ring-a-ding-ding for notifications coming through to you. And for you guys watching live on the Twitch, drop me a follow. That'd be nice. Again, I'm Charzar81. That's where you're at. On the Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. And my brother, Joshizzle2323. He's on the Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget, we also have a hashtag, Movie Broview. Search for it on Google for all your access to all our stuff. Bro, my visor is literally getting foggier every second. I am going to have to take this off of him.
Those gentlemen was about to go down like Porkins did.
Yes.
In A New Hope. Oh gosh, whoa.
Was it? No, I think I got. Was it? I think I got a problem here.
I think I got a problem here. Have you seen the GIF where he's holding the I've sent it to you before. I think he's holding a soft drink and a sandwich or a burger or a pizza or something, and he's like, "Oh God."
Oh my gosh.
I'm with you, Red Leader.
I mean, he did his job. Like, he covered for him, I guess. So.
Yeah, he died.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, before we jump into Star Wars action, I really want to get some really, really crazy stuff off of my chest because I haven't had anyone to talk to about this all week. And I'm going to take my helmet off for this thing because, oh my God, I can't hear, I can't see, I can't do anything. So, Josh, if you're going to use that as the label, that would be great.
As Dark Helmets once said, I can't breathe in this thing.
Oh my God, I know. Right? Honestly, that's kind of like, that is literally how I felt when I got out of there. I was like, I can't breathe in this thing. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Although this isn't a Spaceballs podcast, but let's just be real. That was a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah,
gotta bring it up.
One of the best. Oh man, that should be a question for later. By the way, we'll dig that up later. But yeah, so the things that I wanted to really discuss with you. Have you seen the MCU movie Sizzle reel for Phase 4?
Mm-hmm. It's basically invitation or memory lane as well. Remember when we went to the movies? It showed Endgame. Actually, it showed some trailer of what movies to come. Also, but it showed all of the Phase 1 through part of 4 that we've seen so far all together. And it was great, the way they put it together. And then Stan Lee is in the background talking about, you see her? That's your sister. Over there, that's your brother. And, that's your friend, etc. It's basically talking about what it's like to be back in the movie theaters, with the vaccines out there and the less COVID cases and things of that nature. We're going to go back to the movies eventually, hopefully. And this big movies to come. You got Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and then they released all the dates of help me out. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Well, let's start.
So we saw
Black Widow.
Oh yeah, Black Widow, Shang-Chi. Eternals.
We have
then you have
Spider-Man.
We
have Doctor Strange, the Madness in the Multiverse.
Madness in the Multiverse, yeah.
We have Guardians of the Galaxy.
Volume 3.
We have the newly named The Marvels.
The Marvels.
Captain Marvel 2 initially. Then we have Ant-Man and Wasp. Quantumania. Oh no, I totally left the bigger one out. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Then Ant-Man, Quantumania. And then, we have the little 4. Well, we have there's Thor, Thunder and Love.
Yeah, that was
Love and Thunder.
That next year.
Yeah, that's next year. There's a lot. There's a lot to have to go through.
But the 4, bro.
Yeah,
the 4?
So,
oh man,
I came up with a theory literally today, and Marvel, MCU, if you want to pay me for this, it's May 6, 2021. I just thought of this idea today for a promo for the pending intended Fantastic Four. All those movies are coming out in 2023, right? So you have 2024, and then the 0 turns into a plus sign, and then it turns into 2 + 2 = 4. The Fantastic Four. Give me my money. Give me all my money.
That's not gonna.
Yeah, I win.
I mean, you might as well say 2 + 0 + 2 is 4. I mean,
and the 0 would be Doom. Oh my God! Yep. See, come on.
No. So unfortunately, if they did that, the movie would be doomed.
Nice. Yeah, man, I am stoked. The sizzle reel definitely doesn't capture family. It doesn't capture friendship. It doesn't capture everyone going to the movie theaters again, getting all those feels all over again. Especially when they showed the on your left reveal, obviously it was I don't know if they took someone's.
They did. It came off of YouTube. It was someone else.
Yeah.
It was someone
I'm
else.
like, did they pay
put it on
that
YouTube.
person to use that?
No, they didn't. They didn't because they said, "Hey, tell you what, you're not in trouble for recording it because we're going to use it."
That's fair,
okay, buddy.
I was gonna say
you're using my video I recorded, but we're using our film.
Our film that
you're lucky you're not in trouble, buddy.
Illegally recorded, yeah. But yeah, so they use that, and I still get chills.
I still watch that sometimes randomly of the reaction of that whole movie.
Oh gosh,
I still watch it sometimes. I love it.
Totally. I remember seeing that movie with. I think it was the second time I saw it, and it wasn't that.
I know what you did the first time.
Huh?
I know what you did the first time.
Oh, you did?
It was between work. You took off for a little bit. You saw it by yourself.
Let's not talk about that. What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Shush. I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
2 years ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
2 years. 2 years.
I don't know what you people are talking about. Anyway.
Oh, whatever.
No,
2 years.
The second the second time I saw it, I remember not just that reveal, but I guess the reveal of Thor, because obviously people hadn't seen Dad Bod Thor, and when he first shows up, I heard this lady 2 rows back, and she's like, "Oh, there's my baby." And as soon as he turns around, I swear, her husband was the loudest laugher in the entire place. Husband, boyfriend, whatever. He's just going, ha 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 ha.
Jeez.
And I was just like, "Yep, there's your baby."
Nice.
Man,
I love that movie. Endgame's a great movie, but I still liked Infinity War better, and partly was because you were there.
Yeah.
For speaking of being in the movies with your family,
mm-hmm.
That was an amazing experience. And the way, and I watched the reactions on YouTube of when Spider-Man disappears. The spoiler alert if you haven't freaking seen it. But
spoiler warning, spoiler.
Years later, a few moments later. No, but when he disappears, you can hear all the tears. Everyone's crying, everyone's
man.
No. I think even your wife was like, "Oh, really? He dies?"
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Remember,
both yep.
Remember the movie went to
comic,
black,
yep.
and she was like, "I hate this movie. This movie's horrible."
Oh yeah. She said it out loud too.
I know she said it really loud. I was like, I don't know. Who is this lady? What are you doing,
Who's this
miss?
lady? You push her away.
Ma'am.
What are you saying? Ma'am?
I give her the Chappelle
ma'am?
push to the face, just walking through the club. Just no.
When keeping it real goes wrong.
No, that's the slow motion.
No, I know. I just thought of keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah,
she was keeping it real out loud.
Yeah,
so.
boy, yeah. That's just something. It's like walking to a comic book store and saying okay, who's the best comic book character? You want to start a fight?
Oh,
let's just do that. Oh
man, that'd be a bad thing.
But yeah, I mean, I'm so stoked about that, just to see the wheels have always been in motion underneath the surface. Obviously, if you're keeping tabs of what the MCU's doing, what's going on with streaming services. Obviously, WB and DC have formed their alliance, and DC has been putting out their stuff on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
MCU fans are waiting on bated breath because they're watching all this stuff on Disney Plus, and they're like, "Well, are we going to see Black Widow ever? First of all, and
mm-hmm.
second, are we going to see it from the comforts of home?" There is that option on Disney Plus to do the Disney Plus premiere. I think it's $30 to purchase Black Widow.
$40.
Oh, it's 40.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it's $40 to purchase Black Widow when that comes out, just for the rights to watch it. I think for 30 days. Still thinking about how I want to approach this movie. Obviously, if people have access to movie theaters at homes, it can be cheaper. but we'll see. Like, that's a road that we're not going to cross. Not going to cross yet. Other MCU news, though, however, this week as well.
You're right. It's 30. It's 30. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I was like 40. Damn.
Mulan was 40. It was negative 40.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Because it wasn't available in theater. So.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I like the original Mulan. I want to see the new Mulan. I think it's actually now available, right?
Yes, it's not good.
Just regular Disney Plus. I'll pass judgment. You didn't like it, I'm guessing?
I didn't watch it. I just heard so many bad things.
Okay. Well, I think
but if we're talking about new things, I'm going to wait till you bring it up.
Our standing policy here, we can hear this and that, but, when we see it, that's when we'll pass our review, correct?
Right. Just like Iron Fist. When we see it, we'll pass on it.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, speaking of new things, the upcoming Loki series, it got announced this week that Wednesdays are going to be the new Fridays. And yeah, I'm kind of liking that. I am very good with that, especially for us here at the Movie Broview, because we're going to give you guys literally, the next day, the next night, our feedback, our takes.
A few moments later.
Pretty much, yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like we've got our June docket pretty much filled up for at least half of the month now. Not going to say what we're going to be doing next week, but we'll leave that later. But it's still May. I can't believe it's still May, by the way. This has felt like the longest month of my life already.
It's gonna be May.
People who know that from another podcast, I'm an accountant, and I have a huge, heavy work schedule at the very beginning of the month. This has been a ridiculously heavy one for me, for more reasons than I'd like to disclose at this time. But
you can always count on Charzar81 being here.
That's right.
Huh?
Yep.
Because he's an accountant. Get it, guys?
Yes.
Anybody? All right.
There you go. There's your fart. But yeah, man, I mean, that I'm looking forward to June already. Like, it's going to be weird having a month. It's because we've had the last 2 months, or 3 months, with Marvel properties every Friday, new Marvel properties that we can like kind of divulge and talk about. And now we're kind of like in this weird limbo, we're just kind of searching or reviewing or breviewing random stuff or stuff that we've seen, stuff that we haven't seen. So, yes.
Yeah. You'll just have to find a new batch, maybe a bad batch.
God.
Of things to watch.
You said you weren't going to watch that.
I did. I watched the first 5 minutes and I turned it off.
Wow.
I said, hey, there's the action. It's okay. I'll change it. See, I can't do the animated thing, man. I tried. I tried for the show and I tried for Star Wars, but I just can't do it for some odd reason. If it's in like an anime, like it's in if that was the video game, I'm good. If they did a live action Republic Commando, oh my gosh. Perfection. I would be so freaking happy. Even if it was just a Disney Plus series, I think they should do that. But anyway.
So you're waiting for like Mandalorian 2 or season 3.
Or Boba Fett.
Book of Boba.
Boba Fett? Boba Fett? Where?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Are you sure?
Ahsoka. It's going to be live action with her, right?
Oh, yeah. It's that chick that played the nurse in Luke Cage, and she was in Rent.
Yes, she was in Clerks 2 also.
Oh, yeah.
And in Sin City.
She did a good job.
She was awesome. Yeah, she's a great actress. Yeah, that's just kind of like what we've been doing like the last couple of days, couple of weeks. Not couple of days, couple weeks. Wow. I'm just like literally throwing stuff, just regurgitating like poop out of my mouth like right now.
Fart sound.
I'm still in real. Oh yeah, no, that happened. But back to the task at hand for tonight. Gosh, yeah, we're going to be talking about, today's topic, the week's topic, Star Wars. Oh my gosh. We're going to do a Q&A back and forth with each other. We came up with a couple of questions that we were just kind of like wanting to peruse, just kind of talk about, divulge upon, expand upon a little bit. If you're here live on Twitch tonight on the chat, ask us a question if you want, and we might answer it. Or if you want to chime in, that'd be great too. But my brother came up with pretty much all of these questions, to be honest. So it looks like it's more questions from
master.
Me. He wants to dig into my brain right now. But
why not?
For you listeners out there, and viewers, think about as we go along. You want to hit the first question, my brother?
What is your favorite Star Wars production and why? So not just movies? Wait a minute, that's not in there. That's not supposed to be in there. I'm Ron Burgundy? No, I'm just kidding. No, but what's your favorite Star Wars productions? I mean, I'm allowing the animations as then of course the Disney Plus and Mandalorian and the movies.
Well, here.
And the Christmas special.
See, you said production too, so I was like, boy, you're talking.
Oh, here it comes. KOTOR 2.
Yep. No, not 2. I'm still.
I like 1 better, by the way.
Still raw about the way the second one ended. Here, let's do this for a second. I got to fiddle with something for just a second. Why don't you discuss what is your favorite Star Wars production and why? I'm actually curious since you posed this question initially.
Sure. My favorite would be, okay, so as far as the movies will be, of course, Empire Strikes Back. Now, oddly enough, that's not my first one. That was so out of the 3 episodes in that particular trilogy, in the original trilogy, that is, that was the last one I watched, which was odd, because the very first one I watched was Return of the Jedi on VHS. Of course, both of us watched it on VHS, I believe. But we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, Empire Strikes Back, I can watch it over and over again. I just like Infinity War, how the bad guy wins. I don't know. I just like that. And there's rumors, by the way, side note, that new Batman movie, The Batman, I think he's supposed to lose, which I'm super excited about. I don't know if that's going to be real or not. It's just a theory. But going back to what we're talking about, Star Wars, I just like the fact that the bad guys win. You don't see that a lot in movies, right? Would you agree?
I agree.
And
with that.
If you see the bad guys win eventually later on, like in the Departed, you thought he won, right? Until the very end of The Departed, all of a sudden Mark Wahlberg, he's waiting with his scrubs on, that way he doesn't leave any evidence, and it's boom, 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 boom.
Good pull.
Yeah. He pulled the trigger quite a bit too, and
nice.
He pulled it just the one time through his neck. I think he just pulled it, with the silence on, and then he left. So you thought bad guys won? No, it was still a good ending, whatever the case may be. So that's just my thought. I just like the bad guys to win sometimes. Why not? So, what about you, brother?
Well, and there's a lot. I mean, it's hard to not say 5. Empire is just, I don't want to, I mean, it's not a perfect movie. I'm under the
No Star Wars movie is a perfect movie. Let's just be real.
Thanks. You finished my sentence perfectly for me. That's exactly what I was going to say. No, I needed you. I was, I'm going to be fumbling a lot tonight because, again, I am literally, going on fumes at the moment. But, yeah, no, you're correct.
You can count on me.
Yeah, you're right. None of the movies are perfect, but the one that is the closest is Empire. The way it jumped story-wise, special effects-wise, from New Hope to Strikes Back was amazing. I would have to say, though, my favorite movie out of all the Star Wars movies, and I'm going to say movie because I'm not going to do... What? Why
Go ahead.
you've always me like at the moment of like seriously
Lock
like
air spoils in attack position.
I'm like
have
come
to,
on
though.
now.
I'm on the edge. I'm like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna say the wrong movie?
Give me a moment, like
Don't know the power of the dark side.
I'm gonna do that, by the way, the entire time we do this podcast.
No, it's
not
fine.
This podcast, but like any other podcast. So
You're like waiting for me to pull the trigger, and I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, I know, right? I just loaded the gun. That's all I did. I'm not gonna say Attack of the Clones. You don't have to worry about that.
oh man, I was about to choke on my water. Oh my gosh! Even though I've seen that movie more times than any other of them, just because that was one of my only DVDs at the time. But go ahead.
No, my favorite would have to like a lot of people don't like this movie, which like I'm like I don't get why.
Oh no! Oh god!
Jesus, come on, man. No.
Okay.
So my favorite is Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
It is
Thank
the
God.
first. Okay. It is the first movie that I saw.
Same.
It literally is the first one that I saw.
It was probably Joseph's. Joseph's.
It was our
VHS
cousin Joseph's
tape.
VHS tape that we probably borrowed and hoarded forever, and
Never returned.
Never returned. I think we did finally, but that was my first exposure to the Star Wars universe. First of all, like I didn't even know who this guy was walking into this really dark cave. He was awesome because all I can do is wave his hand at people and they start choking and stuff like that. He beats the Rancor, which is, 5 to 10 times his size.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Nice. Nice. Very good. Like Jabba the Hutt, like that villain was crazy, disgusting looking. Like,
He does so no.
I don't think my. I'm trying to remember when I watched this, but I don't know if my balls had dropped yet. But Princess Leia looked pretty good in that gold bikini.
Wow, it was so random.
I'm just saying.
But I get it. I get it.
You understand me? You feel me?
No, I got it. No, we got it.
And who was this dude? Like they were there was a lot in this movie that I saw that like blew my mind in regards to like watching a movie. It was almost like when I've watched Willow. There was a lot of leaps and jumps in cinematic special effects at the time. Like there was claymation, there was stop motion, there was, all of this strange stuff going on that like, as a kid, you're not noticing, you're not picking apart, every scene there. You're just like, oh my God, there's a 2-headed monster who's about to eat you. What are you doing? Why aren't you running away? Why are you running so slow? And this monster literally is about to grab you. And Star Wars, like the leap from Willow to Star Wars, in my humble opinion was, just that. It was a huge leap. And it made my jaw just drop watching this thing. Like, you had the symphony of John Williams. You're listening to the background as like these fights just break out. Again, who's this guy that they're freeing from carbonite? And like, how did they do that, by the way? Like, he was a stone at first, and then all of a sudden there's a man falling out. Yeah, like I had no clue who Harrison Ford was, or all these actors. Like, why?
Sure you did. The Fugitive.
It's so weird to watch it too, because I think I watched it from like 6, 5, and 4, and so seeing like Lando Calrissian be this good guy, and then like good guy, kind of bad guy who traps his friends, and then there it goes. But I think the reason why, again, Return of the Jedi is my favorite, that is the pinnacle of Luke's powers at that time.
Oh, you want to see the pinnacle?
The green lightsaber was great. As a kid, I loved the Ewoks. I thought that was awesome. Like, you had these little bear things like running through the forest or whatever with arrows and spears or whatever, and they're taking down ATSTs.
Who's this gold robot?
Yeah, that guy. Like, I never could comprehend the importance of like C-3PO or R2D2 in this universe at that time. But again, it wasn't about that. It was about having fun, just watching this journey of like this guy, and like I guess he's fighting like his father, because they kind of say it in the movie.
I fell in love with the space battles.
That was actually the last thing I was going to go on, was not just the space battle. It was the 3-in-1 battle. You had the dogfight between the Rebel Alliance and the Empire. You had the ground guerrilla warfare between the Ewoks, the Rebels, and the stormtroopers in the forest with the AT-STs. And then finally, you had the duel between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. With the manager doing the jump in the ring and hit someone over the head with a lightning steel chair. In the Emperor, and who I thought, well, I was like, who is this like weak, feeble dude? Like, seriously? Like, and then all of a sudden you saw how powerful he was. Like, oh crap! But
You will die.
There's a lot of purists and a lot of fanboys. I don't get their, like, they look down their nose at this particular I don't know. Like, it leaves me speechless.
Here's how it went down. Here's how it goes down for those fanboys, okay? A New Hope. Oh my gosh. A whole new thing. Star Wars. And then Empire Strikes Back. Man, they jump even higher because it turns out Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a spoiler for some people who haven't seen it? And then Return of the Jedi was like it was a notch down. It was like this. So new. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's why fanboys are like, Return of the Jedi is not so great. But for you, it's the best one.
I don't know how you can just okay that. Like,
I'm not okay.
It had everything. Like, especially like when it came out in 1983.
What do you think? Jerry Seinfeld? No,
yeah, no. What's the deal with Star Wars fanboys? No, just I don't like, wrap my brain around. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are certain movies, like even MCU movies, like, well, I will get a little like, okay, no, this is wrong. It shouldn't be like this, etc., etc. But especially as a kid, like, when it came to Return of the Jedi, that was my jam. That was the one that, I, popped my cherry on in the Star Wars universe, and haven't looked back. So that's my answer, sir.
Final answer? No, I'm just kidding. And then next we have least favorite Star Wars movie and why. I answered the first one first. That makes sense. You answer this one first.
Before I answer this one, I forgot a key part of Return of the Jedi, and that was Yoda and like him dying. So
Yoda man.
I never honestly had, like, who is this old little guy that he's visiting in the swamp, and like, wait, he disappeared? Where'd he go? Like, what does that mean? Who is this? Who Obi-Wan was to me at the time was like, I don't know who you are. You're just a glowing ghost, dude. Whatever. Come on, Luke, let's go. Like, they said that you're a Jedi Knight, so let's do this. Again, I was looking forward to all the fights and all the battles and stuff like that, and that's what kids do. So, least favorite Star Wars movie and why? I'm just going to say Attack of the Clones right now. That movie is horrible. Or let me retract that. Because, again, we are a website that likes to be positive about things.
It's terrible.
Good and terrible.
Charles Barker.
No, it's just that movie. It seems that, like, of all the movies, there has to be a last place. I actually have watched that movie recently, Attack of the Clones, and it's not bad.
And it was hard to do right.
It's not. I mean, like, again, it's the weakest. Let me just say that. There's a lot of moving parts in that movie. there's a lot of computer generated
The entire movie
effects that like look really like, you know, from especially from my eyes, watching it, you know, like watching Return of the Jedi as a kid, that's one thing. Watching a movie like this when you're older and you're kind of wiser to, you know, special effects, practical effects, computer generated effects, you kind of look at it, you know, you want to see the real through the computer. And this one, there were just moments in that, you know, especially with, was it C-3PO traveling through the assembly line factory, the robotics factory.
Yeah,
that
forced.
stuff was just very like, okay, like, wow, we're going places. And then Hayden Christensen, like,
he's coming back too.
I know, like, you know, he tries, maybe I don't know. I don't know that he tries really hard, to be honest. I can't just sit down here and say that, you know, as a person who's watched Star Wars, I just thought he could have done better. Like, I don't know how, as a director, you're watching like several scenes in that movie and you're just like, can you give me like
It's
3 or
golden.
4 more takes? Just 3 or 4 more takes. What's that gonna cost you, except for making a better movie better, perhaps? And then, you know, there's just some of the lines, like, it was really, it's oddly written.
The
like,
Padme and Hayden Christensen's back and forth. Just
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
God.
And it just, I mean, it's,
Wait a minute. There's romance in Star Wars. What the heck is that? Oh, it's bad too. Great.
and I don't
Let's just
mind
skip
there
this.
being romance, but it's also like, God, it just looked like the chemistry between the two characters, between the two actors, was just very like, you know, it was just like, they didn't have it. There was none there.
Right.
The jump from all of a sudden Anakin is this 11-year-old kid, pod racing kid, to this young teen, like, you know,
Remember the apple
teenager
scene?
or whatever. Yeah. Oh my God, that apple. Come on,
Let me just use
man.
the Force here, and then get the apple. Gonna cut it, and then she's gonna catch it with her fork and bite, and it didn't even look real. Good.
And
All right, cut. Perfect.
Yeah, like,
Print it.
yeah, that it felt like a very, very rushed production. You know, they had people who tried their best to piece together that movie, I believe.
They made up for it with Revenge of the Sith. Let's just be real.
Yeah, and I like I like Revenge of the Sith, to be honest. A lot of people
Sith.
don't. But that's my least favorite movie. How about you? And this is also to say, I have not seen Solo. I can't include Solo as part of this. But even after, like, you know, my assumption of how good and or bad Solo might be, I still think that Attack of the Clones would still be, you know, hugging up the rear on this one. So,
By the way, I've seen Solo, and I will say it is ever so slightly better than Attack of the Clones. At least the story and the action. Well, not the action. In Attack of the Clones is great,
low.
but it's so low. I don't know. No. But seriously, Solo is slightly better than Attack of the Clones. But I will say, Solo is right there with them. So it's the second worst of all the productions of all the movies of Star Wars, that is. So, but yeah, I'm in agreement. I've seen Attack of the Clones so many times as a youngling, and at the end of it, I just wish Anakin would come over and kill the youngling of that DVD. You know what I mean?
Oh. Oh my.
Of the DVD. Yeah, I mean, he can't. Can I say he can't act, or was he directed the wrong way? I don't know. He made up for it a little bit in Revenge of the Sith, and he was okay in Jumper, but we're not talking about Jumper. We're talking about Star Wars. So, I'm in agreement with you, brother. Attack of the Clones.
All right. Can you just so we could have a little variety, can you speak to Solo without spoiling too much of it? Why is it your second least favorite? I'm just curious.
One simple thing. He is not Harrison Ford.
All right.
It just doesn't. It does not feel the same way. So that's as basic as I can put it. Is that fair? No, but I don't care. I'm a fan of Star Wars. So, but I don't want to. If I give you more, it would actually spoil it. So that's the most basic thing. That's easy to know because Harrison Ford will be too old for that role anyway.
Okay.
One of my major points.
That's fair. I mean, I can't speak to it until I see it. Well, maybe I'll have a review about it.
I still absolutely respect it as a Star Wars movie. I will still watch it today just because it's a Star Wars movie, not a Star Wars animation. But anyway.
There you go.
Ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite moment in the Star Wars Skywalker saga?
Oh. I thought about this long and hard. And it's not, and it's definitely not, it's definitely not the Part 5 reveal.
Okay. Good.
My favorite moment, I think, is Luke Skywalker staring at the two suns. At the very beginning of New Hope.
Goosebumps.
It's the pinnacle of John Williams' orchestral majesty and how it combines with Mark Hamill, staring out into the open horizon, staring out. He's an orphan practically, living with his aunt and uncle and wondering what the future has to hold for him and stuff like that. And it really is what really kicks off the entire Star Wars series for him. Obviously, the big crescendo of the opening scroll of New Hope, and then you enter, Star Wars fanboys are going to hate me because I can't name the ship, Antilles ship. But then you have
Wedge Antilles?
Yeah, no. God,
what are you talking?
The ship at the very beginning of New Hope. Why can't I think of the name?
Oh,
not Antilles.
Oh crap! Why did you do that to me?
Yeah, see,
it's a Star Destroyer chasing the. Oh my gosh! Oh man, I'm looking it up.
Know the power of the dark side.
No, go ahead.
But that's really what kicks off the Star Wars universe. Showing in 1977, but the big one.
Alderaanian cruiser. I knew it was a cruiser.
There you go, Alderaan.
Alderaanian cruiser.
The big one for me is Mark Hamill. Luke Skywalker staring into the.
That is a Corvette in A New Hope. That is a Corvette.
There you go.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tantive 4. Thanks, Dark Sage. What's up, bud? Yeah.
Dark Sage, what's up?
That's my key moment. That's my favorite moment, I think, in the entire Star Wars Skywalker saga. I could have gone with any fight, but that just to me really speaks to the soul right there. What about you?
All right, we're gonna go to ranking. Here we go. Top 5 favorite parts of Star Wars.
I figured you do this.
I'm just kidding. But I gotta do some mentions. Darth Maul, the dual lightsaber, when he lights up one side and then the other one, and then the music, and then they're fighting, and oh my gosh!
Oh, the
is that
Duel of
number one
Fates?
on my list? No.
Okay,
but
it's a good one though.
Fantastic. I will say another fave is going to be that part where you see Luke looking to the two suns from a distance. That is giving me goosebumps right now. And with the music, is just, I don't know, man. It almost wants to bring you to tears. I named my son after him. Not only it's in the Bible too. Luke is in the Bible too. And there's Luke Cage. But it's
Luke
because
Perry.
of Luke Skywalker. And Luke Perry, yes. What? Seriously? R.I.P., by the way. Isn't he dead? R.I.P.
Yeah.
I think.
Come on,
okay. Bro. What a downer, brother. Anyway, so I got to bring up that, like you brought up. And then, another, it's a cop-out, the Star Wars episode 5, where Empire Strikes Back, where I am your father. That, I don't care how much, I don't care if you knew it, you've seen it, whatever, it's still powerful. That is still powerful. Those fanboys can talk about all they want. It's still powerful to me today. And then another big one is when all of a sudden you see the Millennium Falcon in Force Awakens. Their ship gets blown up by the New Order, right? New World Order. No, is it the New Order? It's been a while since I've seen them. They blow up their ship they're trying to escape with. Okay, whatever that piece of garbage will do. And all of a sudden you see the Millennium Falcon for the first time in Force Awakens. I got goosebumps. Oh my god! Because I did watch that movie with Zach, who's another big Star Wars fanboy like us. Zach is our cousin, and I was just I was just like, oh my gosh. And then another good point is when you see Han and Chewie. Han's like, "We're home, Chewie," and he's like, "Oh man, it's just the greatness." But my actual absolute favorite, I really can't pick one, man. There's so many good favorite parts.
I see that.
You can't pick one because everything is so good except for Attack of the Clones. I really can't think of one, Cheeto. I think I've just listed all of them. I really can't. I mean, I want to cry when Darth Vader actually takes off his helmet and says, to Luke and everything. I mean, that was a terrible moment.
Darth Vader puts you in a Force chokehold. What do you say? What's your favorite moment?
Oh, wow.
You just have to pick one.
Hurry,
man, it's getting tighter.
Oh, shoot. I'm already dead like Captain Nita.
Nice.
Reference to the movie. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have a good one. I guess Darth Maul's dual lightsaber. That's really a cop out to me.
Wow.
To be honest.
Okay.
I just love lightsaber battles. It's got to be a starship battle. It's got to be, but I can't think of one right now. Oh, I know one. I like Darth Vader attacking the Rebel Alliance. No. I liked it when Darth Vader was attacking to get the disc.
Oh,
remember?
And
that's actually my favorite. I watch that all the time, over and over again. Where you actually see Darth Vader in action, that was
sure
perfection. That may arguably be maybe the best Star Wars movie, but it's still not my favorite one. So
that's fair. Real quick, Dark Sage has actually asked a really, really deep question in the chat. Thanks for
nice.
The offering. He says, I think Disney should focus more on the early days of the Empire and how it got to where it was in The New Hope. In the movies, we see how the Republic fell and the rise of the New Republic, but we've yet to see stories and lore about a galactic empire at the start. Is that something Disney should go into or make movies around? To me, I know we all know how the empire fails or falls and what happens in the end, but there's so much potential, in my opinion, to see how we get there. Boy, that's a good one. That would actually be really, really intriguing to see the rise to power. Like, it does kind of cut from Order 66, and then, gosh,
there's a lot of in between with the Clone Wars and stuff, but I am tired of seeing that, to be honest.
Sure. Will we see that in a movie form, though? Like, that's the thing, like, that I'd like to, see. Obviously, Clone Wars, you can only have that in such a medium as a series, like a television series or a streaming series. A movie
Rogue One was the closest thing.
I was gonna say Rogue One probably is like,
the closest thing
right before New Hope. But
when do you go before that, though, is what he's saying. So
I don't know and that's the thing too, is that the rise of the Galactic Empire. There's a lot of dark stuff. I mean, not to equate what a lot of people have paralleled it to, but the Nazi Party kind of had a lot of dark stuff in the beginning of their regime too. So
just bring in Starkiller as a movie. Come on.
Yeah. I don't see that would be.
That's not canon,
I would
by the
like
way.
to watch that, to be honest. Seeing Darth Vader still kind of at the height of his powers. Literally just getting his new armor and stuff. Learning the ways of the dark side would be kind of interesting from that vantage point. I know there are books on it. I read
Oh, yeah.
what was it? What was that book? Vamp a little bit. I'm gonna try to find the title of this book. It was
gonna find the book title.
Nice.
Do.
Actually,
Typing away.
I listened to it. It's in my library. It's called.
I need you to go to ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
Oh yeah, it's called Lords of the Sith: Star Wars by Paul S. Kemp. That actually follows right not too far after Order 66. Boy, Darth Sage, man, you got a lot to say tonight. The issue is the Empire is made evil for the sake of being evil. But I think Disney could do something good by exploring more and saying, hey, maybe there is more going on than you think. Kind of like what they did with MCU and Thanos. Oh, okay. That would be interesting. To kind of have their own movie, because it's like all the bad guys, Maleficent got her own movie, Cruella got her own movie. I guess in a way Darth Vader got his own movie, but that was Anakin's movie. That would be a really interesting way of a viewpoint from that aspect. I don't know. What do you think, bro?
I'm sorry. All I can think of is Anakin saying, "I hate you."
Yeah, he's kind of yeah. That
Little B.
That was his best acting. Gosh, that would be that'd be cool.
The high ground.
Yeah. No, that would actually be an interesting take on that series for sure. To see the other side of the coin.
Ooh, yes, a live action series of how Darth Vader became Darth Vader. But I mean, we know he got the suit in Revenge of the Sith, but like how he was taught with Emperor Palpatine, he goes on side missions to take down some Jedi that's been having hiding or rebel bases or something, either by himself or with his. Yeah, that'd be nice.
But I think what Darth's trying to put it is like to put it from the viewpoint of the antagonist, but they're not the antagonists. It's like he said, the Galactic Empire was made to be evil because it was from the vantage point of the rebels. Like it's kind of like from Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like these guys were deemed terrorists by the government, but in fact they weren't really terrorists. They were just people who were trying. They were using a very, very radical way of doing things to try to remain in the places that they were after the snap, because half the people went away, so they went and they ended up becoming refugees there. But rather than starting a fight, they should start a conversation. That would be interesting. I mean, obviously to see this Galactic Empire. I mean, it's obviously tainted by the fact that Palpatine is evil. He's Darth Sidious is not a good person. I mean, in any retrospect, I would love to see the evolution of how he dissolved. Because in the fourth movie, they say that the Senate has finally been dissolved. To see the rise and fall of the Galactic Empire, that would be intriguing to see.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, that's cool, man. Thanks, dude. You made us think outside the box there on that one. That was kind of cool. It'd be very, very interesting to see. I don't know if Disney Plus, see, and that's the thing. Disney Plus, you tend to, they tend to fit in a certain type of category. It's you have heroes and villains. It's all about dichotomy a lot of times. But with the acquisitions of Star Wars, the acquisitions of the MCU, with everything going forward surrounding new ideas, new ways of thinking, I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility that there could be a chance that something like that could be made. So, who knows? It's definitely a conversation to have. God, our next question: what is the earliest memory? What is your earliest memory of Star Wars, Josh?
I want to say it was 7, 8. Return of the Jedi was my first movie. Watched on VHS. I was at our aunt and uncle's house, where I believe her cousin still lived part of the time, and he threw in that VHS tape after he picked me up from school, and off to the races. First time I ever watched Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
And another fond memory, if I may say, would be whenever Phantom Menace came out, we went to United Artists in Garland, Texas. And it was the biggest screen in the state of Texas at the time. So we watched Phantom Menace with your ex and her brother and her cousin. And I remember when we were done watching the movie, great movie at the time, and we were leaving, and the line was long waiting to see that movie. And what did I say out loud? Man, can you believe Darth Maul got cut in half? And man, did I get the leers at me. Holy crap, you were really mad at me. You were like, dude, come on. I can't take you anywhere. But yeah, I said that. I said out loud. It was basically the same thing as what Homer Simpson did back in the Memory episode. Back in, I think Bart was going to be born, and they went to see Empire Strikes Back at the theater, and he says, wow, who would have thought Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father? And then I go, well, thank you, messed the picture up for me. But yeah, that actually happened with me. I did that with Phantom Menace for some people. And people were dressed up and everything. Can you imagine being that person who hadn't seen the movie and hearing that? Him getting cut in half?
I mean,
Can you imagine?
You did basically what Homer Simpson did.
Yes, I did, exactly. Exactly what, yeah. But anyway, those are my fondest memories. Or earliest memories, rather. Fondest, really, but early. Go ahead. What about you two?
I think my fondest memory literally is like, again, sitting down, watching it for the first time, and just knowing what movies can do. It was all about animation at the time, watching stuff here and there. I was always enamored by my uncle's VHS collection because it was so big and it was so immense. Josh, you want to answer that? I don't want to leave him hanging. It was so big and it was so immense, and he had everything. Like I think he had one of those Columbia House memberships where you like bought like 20 movies for a penny, and so you had to buy like several movies after the fact, like full price and stuff like that. But obviously there were movies in there that I was not allowed to watch. Like I didn't know what even Raiders of the Lost Ark was. There was a definite VHS cover called the movie was called Creepshow, that still even to this day, like sometimes when I close my eyes, I can still see that skeletal like figure in the recesses of my soul. It still scares me to this day. Fright Night was another one of them. He had a whole bunch of movies. But they sat me down, like, watched Star Wars, and just, again, the things that movie did, like, I didn't know swords could glow like that. The Rancor scared the living daylights out of me, but I still watched. I wasn't, like, scared and I ran out of the room crying. No, I was, like, scared, just, like, just in complete awe, and just, like, I couldn't move, but I watched, and like you saw, Luke Skywalker overcome this, huge beast, and that's probably like my fondest memory of watching that, as a youth. Obviously, you and me watched a lot of these movies together as well. It's too many to count a lot of times, but I think that's what keyed me off into like realizing that movies can do bigger and better things than just like Transformers is great, don't get me wrong, but like Transformers the cartoon and Voltron and Godzilla and stuff like that. Yeah, that's my go-to answer for that question. little lighter question. Let's a lot of these questions like lend itself to like, a paragraph answer. Let's do something a little bit easier here. Which lightsaber would I use? I have to ask you a question on this before we follow up with that. You got to go into more like what do you mean by that? Like color, like type, like
anything,
power,
anything,
like
anything. You could even use the saber from the sword from Mandalorian if you want. I mean, as long as it's a light saber, so to speak, you can, pick it.
I mean,
do you want an arched handle like Count Dooku?
Oh gosh, I thought that was the weirdest thing. Like it looked like a gun, I guess. Like I don't know. I guess in just like his sword play lends itself to that. Nothing was.
They have all that. It have a lot of advantage. All of them have advantages. You know
sure,
what I mean?
nothing was more badass than the dual wield. Not the dual wield. The dual-ended lightsaber that Darth Maul had.
Would you dual wield? Would you dual wield?
In all my KOTOR plays, I always dual wielded.
Yeah, I did that for a little bit, and then I went back to the double bladed.
Yeah.
But I always had the lightsaber as my main character. Always lightsabers, because my supporting cast always had guns, so
yeah,
I was fine.
But man, which lightsaber would I use? Gosh, Mace Windu's was pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. Took off the head of Jango Fett.
Yep. Was Yoda's like a dagger then? If you're talking like in size, like was his a shorter katana?
It was a sword to him because of his height, But yeah, that's more of a smaller sword, sword.
I like Kylo Ren's sword, to be honest.
But I would be afraid of hurting myself with the end of those.
Yeah, but
you're what do you call it?
You're a force-wielding Jedi Knight or Sith Lord. Like you should be fine. You're not gonna like mess around with it.
Right. Oops, I cut myself.
Yeah, you're not gonna pull a what was that from Family Guy, where you just stuck it right through his eye. Are you happy now? I'm never happy. No.
Happy.
Yeah, I mean. That's probably the lightsaber that I would use as Kylo Ren's, to be honest. Like it's very much like the dual wielding, Excalibur, where you literally just have to, like I love the broadsword type or whatever, and there's just some utility to having those two flares coming out of the hilt.
Would it look cool in purple?
I mean, it looks cool in all the colors, to be honest. I'd have it blue and silver.
Both?
Yep.
So silver on the ends and blue in the what?
Yep. It would have a blue glow with a silver
handle?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought you meant like the blades, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They come out of the side to be silver. Yeah. Those would be silver?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine.
It's got to be Cowboy Subway, damn it.
Okay. I see where you went there. Yeah, I'd go red just because it's dark.
Sure.
The double-bladed red Darth Maul. Call me old-fashioned, I guess.
Sure. I do like the yellow one. I think it was Jedi Sentinels sport that sucker. Mm-hmm. And those are really, really, really cool. I know Bastila's blade was that color from KOTOR.
Yes.
And, you couldn't help but be, revere at something like that. I guess last question for this list. Have you noticed that, well, it's a question, but it's kind of a notion or more of an open up into a piece of dialogue. Have you noticed that each generation / age group has a different favorite movie? And of course I have. Like, and it's really, really interesting to see, like, obviously, recency bias has a lot to do with that. People's affinity for certain graphics and technologies
Technology. Yep, I was about to say that.
feed into that as well. I know a lot of people who try to go back, who watch, like, maybe their first movies are, Force Unleashed through
I liked it.
Last Skywalker.
That's sad.
And they go back to, like, New Hope, and they're like, what is this? Like, do they need to do a reboot of A New Hope? I don't know.
No. No.
George Lucas might hear us.
George Lucas doesn't count the last three. That's not canon to him.
That's fair.
If it's not canon to him, then they don't belong.
Sure.
Oh, going back to, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Going back to another favorite moment.
Okay.
Would be, there's like rewind, is when Luke turns around in Force Awakens. That was, I know he didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's a big
but
one.
Man, that is so powerful.
Yep.
When we have a character that hasn't been in it in so long, and he didn't even do anything, but he performed so well just by turning around and made me like, what the and then, of course, I don't get to watch the rest of it.
Well,
now I want to wait till the next movie,
Before that time, everyone's thought of what does Luke look like ever since the end of Jedi, it's all been someone's imagination. This is the first time it's actually been put into real life, and that's like, you're like, oh my god, like, there he is. He's in, your old Jedi Master robes, and I totally dig that. That was.
Have you seen? I don't mean to keep on about this scene, but have you seen the YouTube videos where he turns around and they make his mouth move and he's singing a song?
No.
Oh man, it's
am I gonna have to watch this?
Yeah, I'm gonna find it and send it to you. It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. But no, yeah, going back to the dialogue, I mean, yeah, obviously it's not hard to see, like, I've tried watching, I mean, to preface it, my son's still only 4, going on 5, but, I've tried watching a little Star Wars here, and, he's still all about the cartoons and, stuff that's animated and stuff that has a lot of action as well. When you look at the earlier movies, there's not, too much action in them. Like, there's this, there is action in them. Like, don't get me wrong, but there are several quiet moments that, like, they're long enough for a 4.5-year-old to lose their attention, and like they just gravitate like, okay, I'm gonna play my toys. I don't want to watch his daddy. Put on Cars, please. It's just one of those things.
I'm so tired of that
movie. Next time on Movie Broview, Josh's take on Cars, all 3 of them.
Second one sucked.
So I'm not surprised like that happens, to be honest. Like what honestly thrills me is to see younger generations go back and discover where it all began, like the roots of all of the fruits that they're watching on television now. Like Iron Man did not always look like this. Spider-Man did not always, like, the MCU there was no MCU before all this, technological advancement. Practical effects were the thing to do. Sam Raimi definitely, runs tried and true to this as well. But to go back even further, where a lot of it was, you got to give props to Lucas and the studios that put together the fine computer graphics work that came with Star Wars. It's funny because like now that he's redone the 3 movies, they will never really experience, you know, that you could dig for it, but they'll never really experience A New Hope like it was originally intended. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, I think the actual VHS tapes, they're actually worth more money now. You know, VHS had died, but then now it came back. You go and you those Disney movies with the cover or the case to them are worth money now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're actually worth money now, which is crazy. And then now the Star Wars movies. I mean, if you find it, it's gonna be not 25 cents at half price books. It's gonna be $5, $10, $15, $20 or more, depending upon its condition.
Oh, so, sure.
But yeah, you could probably dig for it and find it, whatever the case may be. I think it's at home. I think we've got at least one of them at home. At least Empire Strikes Back, maybe.
Sure.
That's how I recorded over it to record The Simpsons.
Probably.
By putting a piece of tape on the end of the VHS, so that way it doesn't. That way it does let me record. But anyway,
way to jerry-rig it.
Yeah, exactly. But now, as far as you know, the generations age group have a different favorite. I definitely see it because I've worked at so many different places in my work life, and I've talked to different age groups. They've always have the different. Yeah, like perfect example. I have a coworker named Sage. Her favorite is Revenge of the Sith. She's 21 or 22 years old. And I talked to an older car salesman back in the day when I worked in the car business. He says, "Oh, A New Hope is the best one," or an older gentleman always or girl is talking about the one of the original trilogy movies.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's Empire Strikes Back, even though I'm not from that generation when it came out. It's just that I'm kind of in the middle. You know what I mean? Because when we were watching these movies, there was no other Star Wars movies. That was it. Those are the three, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there was books and maybe there was comics, I believe, at the time too. But no, it was just those three movies. Now you got so much, and they come out with these animations, which I'm so negative about. I know, but they're just trying to grab the teenagers or the younglings to to grasp. Hey, this is fun with the action, and that way it's not too. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I understand what they're trying to grab onto. You know what I mean? I don't like it because I'm an older guy. I think it's dumb.
You're old curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon.
I mean, there's things that you can do with live action. There's things you can do with animated movies and such. And so, definitely like to each his own in regards to like which story, as long as it tells a good story. And that's basically what they are trying to do. Disney. Obviously they made a lot of the written word. They I guess uncanonized it or whatever. Because man, I was all about Admiral Thrawn. Like, you want to talk about the Thrawn series that was written by Timothy Zahn, and like it was written so well that like Lucas, they basically said like, yeah, that's considered canon, and like there's a lot of that particular, I guess that particular multiverse where Luke falls in love and with another Jedi, and I think has a son or whatever. There's a lot that goes in that direction or whatever, and the fact that it just kind of like got, with the purchase of Disney, got kind of like swept underneath the rug. It saddens me a little bit, but again, like,
as long as they give me more Mandalorian, I'm great. Like stuff like Mandalorian, that's perfect Star Wars.
Sure,
it's greatness.
I totally agree with you. And that is our segment, man. That is our discussion for tonight on the Movie Broview. We don't have an actual movie to review this week. We will let you guys know what we're going to do next week soon. But before we do that, that is our Star Wars Q&A. Before we do that, we have a little segment that we like to do every week, and then we have to celebrate those people because this week it is their birthdays. I always start that thing off so low because I'm like that. All right. So on the birthdays this week, May 2nd, we're going to start with May 2nd. We got Dwayne Johnson. Oh my God, Dwayne Johnson's here.
The wrong eye, by the way.
Informally known as
The other,
The
it's supposed to go
Rock.
this way.
Yeah, I know, right?
But I can only do it that way.
I can tell you that, like, I think I tried so long to try to, like, do that motion that I cannot even do that with my other eyebrow anymore. It's kind of sad. So, yeah, he turned 49 this week. Know
your role.
Was it Black Adam?
He's going to be, yes.
God, how many movies is that guy doing? Like, it is ridiculous.
It's gonna be 4 Jumanji movies.
He's had to have lapped Arnold by now, right?
Right,
Arnold did a lot
right
of movies.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, he's if not lapped, he's right there, like, you know, either tied with him or just ahead of him. Yeah, I got Jumanji, San Andreas, Scorpion King,
his
Rampage.
Rampage.
Gosh, like
Scorpion
Ballers.
King. Gosh. Yeah, he's busy. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that show, but I heard it's fantastic. That's his worst movie.
Oh man. Yeah, that was honestly the only May 2nd birthday that I found. May 3rd, Christina Hendricks turns 46.
F9.
What?
I don't know. He says F9. That's what Sean's saying right now in the chat.
F9. Oh. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man? Yeah, Christina Hendricks, 46. She's from...
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I figured that out what you typed it, Sean. Sorry.
Yeah. That totally, yeah, he is.
Final Fantasy 9?
Yeah, no, that's FF9. Christina Hendricks from Mad Men, and she was, she's delicious. Rebecca Hall, come on, Josh. Rebecca Hall, 39.
I don't know. Is she the chick that's,
no one
I really don't know.
bows to Kong.
Oh, that's really her? Nice.
Yep.
Speaking of which, we need Kong.
Oh, gosh.
The world does. I say that every freaking podcast.
She also was the doctor or the scientist that worked on the Extremis.
She slept with Tony.
Yep, she did. And, well, a long
Iron
time.
Man 3.
It was in the movie Iron Man 3. Yeah, because he was dating Pepper at the time. Palm butcher this last name. Palm Clementieff. Stop copying.
Some sort of a nuclear scientist.
She turns 35. Her other name is Mantis.
Oh, she'll be back.
She will be back.
There she is.
Bobby Cannavale turned 51.
Who's that?
He is.
I don't know.
He is Scott Lang's ex-wife's. Are they married, husband or boyfriend?
Ex-wife.
I know that, but he's the cop.
Oh, he's in the other guys as well. He did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hilarious.
Totally.
Hilarious.
Bing, and I have to say, even though he died in 1977, today is Bing Crosby's birthday. He was 74 years old when he died. If you don't watch White Christmas during the Christmas holidays, you are robbing yourself of a couple of hours of enjoyment. That's a good movie.
Christmas Story for me.
There you go. Christmas Story for me too, but man, you should watch White Christmas. It's pretty good.
And Jingle All the Way, which is the best Christmas movie.
Before we segue, let's talk about Christmas movies. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Audrey Hepburn. It was Audrey Hepburn's birthday. She died in 1993. She was 63 years old when she died. You need to stop copying and pasting. I know what you're doing. I see what you're doing, sir.
I gotta know what I'm doing.
I gotta know who these people are. May 5th, May the Sith. Revenge of the Sith on the 5th. Henry Cavill turned 38.
Superman.
Man
Man of Steel.
And he's still, okay, I've yet to see, I don't know, Sean, if you've seen it. I've yet to have seen the third installment of the second trilogy of Mission Impossible. And he is also in The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
They're saying he's going to be.
Awesome.
They're saying he's going to be Hyperion.
And The Witcher. Oh, really? Is he going to be Hyperion? Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Those are rumors.
They need to do World War.
Can you imagine?
We need to have World War Hulk.
Anyway. Hulk. Oh, gosh.
I'm just saying.
Amazing.
I'm just saying. Lance Hendrickson turned 81.
Aliens?
Bishop from Aliens. Yep. And he also was the main protagonist in the Fox show Millennium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same people as X-Files. He was also in Detroit. The video
Detroit
game.
Become Human.
Yep,
Become
Human.
Yes.
John Rhys Davies is 77.
You have my axe.
Yep, that's right. He is also
Can't believe that's him.
Untouchables.
Sorry.
I know, right? He's such a big guy, yet he's, Gimli. May the 6th. That's today. May the 6th. George Clooney's birthday.
Yeah.
He turned 60 today.
The second best Batman of all time.
Oh, boy. just fight you right now.
Luck has spoils in attack
Especially the part where they're dressing up and you see his nipples.
Just, I don't know what to do with that.
Oh my gosh. Remember?
Oh, I remember. I those member berries are sour, man.
He was he played a good Bruce Wayne because he's like a rich
Oh yeah.
For that time, by the way.
If you combined him and Val Kilmer, it would have been the perfect Batman. Because Val Kilmer played a very good Batman, but his Bruce Wayne was kind of he was trying too much to be distraught. I don't know.
He just filmed. What's that movie? Not Ghost. What's that movie?
Ghost in the Darkness.
Sure.
The Saint.
I don't know. The Saint. There it is. He just filmed that. So.
Oh, well, there you go. May 7th, Breckenmeyer.
Want to grab some coffee or something?
Turns 47. Breckenmeyer, man.
Yeah, Road Trip.
Road Trip. Totally Road Trip. And one of the co-creators of Robot Chicken. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
you hear his voice all the time, every time you hear someone talking.
He's good. And then finally, to close off birthdays this week, we have Stephen Amell. 40 years old.
Green Arrow.
I don't know, you never watch American Ninja Warrior, do you?
No.
So they had like a celebrity one where they would go on there and like they'd donate money just to pay someone like how far they got. Stephen Amell went on there and he had the that motion that he does when he's training at the very beginning of the Arrow promo where he's climbing with the bars on the pegs. He did that in American Ninja Warrior, basically proving he's like, that's not a stunt person, that's me. I can do that stuff. So I was like, I've always been impressed by Stephen Amell. I fell off of that series 2 seasons in.
What? The
Arrow? And I
think Arrowverse has expanded so much.
I know.
Since you stopped watching it.
That's the thing is, I jumped back in. I'm like, who are all these people?
Who are you?
And I was like, oh, okay. Of course, his sister became someone. Did you see Stephen Amell football meme where he was playing a QB for a TV show? No, I'm gonna have to though.
You don't even know who I am.
No, I did not see that. Point me that direction. I'll have to check that out. I like Stephen Amell. I want the MCU to steal him though. And yeah, that is our birthdays for this week. Happy birthday to all these fine people, alive or, somewhere else. Worst QB form I've ever seen. Well, not everybody can be like, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers.
Was he acting like he was
Dak
using a bow
Prescott.
and arrow or something?
That would be awesome. Yeah, I want to. Now I have to see that. I'm literally. That's the thing I'm going to YouTube after this. That is our show for the day. But that is not quite our show for today because we have one more awesome segment, don't we, brother?
Oh yeah. Also, let me tell you, the worst QB form was when what's that Irish UFC fighter's name?
Marcus
Oh my gosh.
Mosher. Okay, that's a name. I'll have to check that
What's
out.
his name? Oh my gosh, what is his name? Irish UFC fighter. I can't think of it right now. What the heck is his freaking name? He talks so much. Conor McGregor. Remember when he visited the Cowboys and we were playing against the Jaguars? And they showed a clip of him throwing a football? That was the worst form I've ever seen. But we won that game and we destroyed the Jags. Partly because...
And then everyone in the
Blake
office
Bortles.
was doing the Conor McGregor all week.
Yes, exactly. But moving on to the next segment, my favorite. Who said it? Cheeto.
I don't know. Who said it?
Star Wars edition.
Let me prepare.
Lock gas spoils in attack position.
All right.
Hopefully the Force is strong in this one.
You don't know
Are you
the
ready?
power of the dark side.
Let's do
Are you
this.
red eye?
Let's do
Okay,
this.
Great. All right. Round one, fight. Okay, here we go. Never tell me the odds. Who said it?
Oh, that's Han Solo, sir, from
Played
Empire.
by who? I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Shush. You better not. I told you, if you do the other Solo movie, I will be completely lost. And Sean, I
my
promise
plane.
I will watch that movie because I know you'll probably speak to that. I haven't watched it yet. I will. That will be done
You
by the
do
end of
know
the week.
there is no try.
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead.
Who said it?
Oh, that would be Yoda
Yoda Man.
from
Bingo, Yahtzee,
Empire.
checkmate. Force is strong. Now, young Skywalker, you will die. Who said it?
I'm sorry. Oh, your voice of Palpatine is great. That is
I don't think it was Palpatine. I think it's just some old man.
the Emperor from. I know, right? It just sounds like someone from Fried Green Tomatoes. That is the Emperor from Return.
Return. All right. There's always a bigger fish. Who said it?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon.
From the only
Jinn,
movie he is
and
in for some weird reason.
Qui-Gon and Gin and Juice. Okay, here we go.
Gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic. All right, here we go. Next one. I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. Who said it? Don't look it up.
No, I'm not. I was lowering the volume a little bit. I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. This is from the movies, right?
Correct, Mundo.
Okay, I have to ask that. I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. That sounds it's like something Han Solo would say. But
It was in the greatest movie. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Sorry.
well, I didn't finish.
No, I'm letting you finish. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I got it wrong.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. No. I didn't know you were done.
It's Lando.
You're not done. Sorry. What? I'm sorry.
It's Lando.
It rhymes. It's Django Fett.
Oh, it's Django. Oh my gosh.
You don't know the
Unchained.
power
All
of the
right,
dark
here we go.
side.
Is not Django Unchained. That would make this movie really wacky.
All right, here we go. Just kidding. It was Django Fett from Attack of the Clones.
Yep, that's right.
Chewie, we're home. Who said it?
That's Han Solo.
All right. Captain Solo. All right.
From
Solo on the racks. That's from Robot Chicken.
Force
Anyway.
Unleashed.
What?
From Force
Yes, that is
Unleashed.
correct.
Yep.
Ooh, here's a good one. I will allow you to pick the actor if you wish. We're actors. We'll see. I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me. Who said it?
He played It Man. I don't know his
Yes.
name. That's all I know.
I knew it. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was writing this down, I was like, he's going to say It Man. Watch. And he sure did. Now, I can't even say the name. It's Charzar81.
Yeah, I know who that guy is. I loved his character, to be honest.
The blind guy?
Yep. The blind guy, yep.
Who can still see, like Daredevil, Ben Affleck. Let's see here. We're moving on.
Uh-oh. We may have lost connection. Oh, no. He got so excited, ladies and gentlemen, that he froze. Oh, no. Wait, is he back? Is he back?
Hey, and we're back.
There. What was that?
Welcome back to Who Said It? We're going to take a brief technical error
Potty break.
Oh.
Feel better?
Oh, okay. Why? You feel great. I don't. Where were we? Charzar81.
I don't know. I said
it.
It Man, and that blew your brain out. So.
Oh man, did you miss the whole part where I knew you were gonna say It Man?
No, I got that, and then you said.
Oh, we got it.
And we were about to move to the next question, and then you went.
Well, then I was saying, and then you went froze, and I was like, oh, it must be my end. But anyway, moving along, ladies and gentlemen, to the next line from a movie.
Oh, Frodo froze. Uh-oh.
Did y'all freeze again?
No,
What?
now you're good now.
Okay. Mr. Frodo, let's see here. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Who said it?
That would be Vader to Darth.
That is correct. All right, here we go. Show me, Grandfather. I'll finish what you started. Who said it? Uh-oh. Trying to find a lifeline.
I did.
Kylo Ren. Ben. He said it.
Yep, Ben.
For what movie? No, I'm just kidding. You already know. Force Awakens.
Ben
All right.
Solo.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Who said it?
That would be Ben Kenobi. Who is Ben Kenobi? Also known as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, you sure? Next.
The Colorado Rockies.
Look at the size of that thing. What? What Colorado Rockies?
No, don't worry about it. It's a ticket joke.
Got it. Right over my head. Look at the size of that thing. Who said it?
Oh. Wedge.
What's his last name? Just curious if you know it.
Antilles?
Yes, that is correct. When did he say it? Come on, it's easy.
He is approaching the first Death Star in A New Hope.
Yes. Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
One of the many
Quit
lines
the
is,
chatter,
"That's
Red
what
2."
she said. Yes, exactly.
Lock
This
and spoils in
feels
attack
getting
position.
worse all the time. Who said it?
Oh, that would be as cool as the other side of the pillow. Lando Calrissian.
Nice. Nice. If this is I hope this is a non-spoiler thing to say. I think you'll like his character in the Solo movie.
Yeah, I mean, I love Donald Glover. Gosh, it's, like Sean's saying, it's not
Glover?
bad. So, what?
Danny Glover? Who?
Donald.
I know
Glover.
the actor. I'm just kidding.
What?
I just wanted to say, put it in your mouth. But anyway, go ahead.
Getting too old for this shit.
Get too over. Totally not the same person, by the way.
No,
I don't think they're related either.
no, they aren't.
Let's see. I can bring you warm, or I can bring you in cold. Who said it?
I mean, that sounds like Mando, but you said
it is. You're
right.
Oh,
you see, you said only the movies.
Well, I consider it a long, extended movie.
But it is Mando.
Mandalorian, that's my favorite movie.
It's really good.
You gotta see it, especially right at the end of season 2. Another favorite moment, by the way, going back to that question.
Yeah.
Top moments, but it's not in a movie, so I didn't mention it. Last but not least, at last we reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have our revenge. Who said it?
That would be Mr. Darth Maul.
Nice. One of 4 lines.
I was going to say one of very few lines that he says in that movie.
It was in the trailer because that was the only thing he freaking said, basically. He was talking to Emperor Palpatine, or at the time Senator Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, brother. Way to go. You got pretty much everything except for Django
yeah.
Unchanged.
Django Unchanged. Yeah, so I was wondering, because he didn't pepper the new trilogy too much. That's actually kind of what I was going to get worried about.
Didn't want to.
There's not very many liners in the new movies now that I think about it.
There is. Poe Dameron has a ton of them.
I was going to say, yeah, Poe does. Finn.
That's it.
You know, I guess.
What, him breathing too hard, I guess? What?
Is he going to go, away, you think?
Yes.
Yeah, like, he's only done Pacific Rim since that trilogy. And then
pandemic. Maybe he's going through some stuff.
That's probably going to be... God, it's weird for new actors trying to come in and break in during this time.
I mean, he was in 3 big movies. I think he's fine.
No, I know. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen enough of his work. But I mean, I always definitely hope for the best for the new crop coming in. It seems like they're coming in fast and furious now. And the older generation's just refusing to stop. They're refusing to stop doing movies. Like, you're starting to see them doing older and older parts now. It's kind of strange, but it's just the evolution of Hollywood as it goes. Yep, guys, that is the show for the day. That is the show for the day. Now I can actually say that. We were going to try to bring this on Tuesday, but unfortunately, events occurred that we could not. But we are so glad to bring this to you tonight. This is our ode to May the 4th, 2021. May the 4th be with you. Revenge of the 5th, and this is the Revenge of the Sith. Next week, brother, you going to watch it?
Oh man, what were we doing next week?
Everything that's happened has already happened. You need to watch
Tenet.
Tenet. And you
the one about the apartments?
May need to watch this thing more than once.
Is it like Inception?
It is. It takes Inception and it basically says, listen, if it takes a preschooler to understand Inception, this thing.
Really?
Yeah. Boy, it took me halfway through it to really grasp the genius of.
I thought we were doing Aquaman next week. I'm just kidding.
No. Like when Tenet.
Because I just watched Aquaman twice this week.
Up late last week. I was so excited. I was like, I can't wait anymore. Let's watch this thing. this is definitely a, just to give you fair warning, it's definitely a movie that I wouldn't be doing anything, if possible. Cause,
that way you can concentrate on the movie. Gotcha.
Yeah. Like, a lot of, it's funny, I think actually a lot of Christopher Nolan's movies are like that, but this one even more so. I was kind of, I guess, with the bad timing of the pandemic, I really, really would be interested to know, before all this mess started, how this would have done in the theaters, because it did well. Christopher Nolan. It didn't do like, pre-box office well. That's my
in-game numbers.
No, it didn't.
No, I know.
No, it didn't.
You, for a split second, you're like, really?
No, it didn't. Shush. Quiet you.
No, they didn't. You can imagine if it did, right? Huh? All right.
Just pat you on the back and walk on the bus.
Yeah. No yelling on the bus.
Next week, the movie review, we are going to be bringing you our review of Tenet. I've seen it once. I've watched a lot. Just an FYI, I watched a lot of YouTube to help me explain a lot of this stuff.
Oh, man.
I would highly suggest you kind of go that route so we can have a fairly nice discussion about this thing without giving too much away. This movie is a doozy. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that.
So it's like Forrest Gump. Okay, got it.
Sure, if you're like Forrest Gump or whatever.
So you had mentioned the third trilogy of Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
Daisy Ridley, of course, Rey.
Mm-hmm.
She's rumored to be in the MCU as Spider-Woman. How do you feel about that, comic book boy?
That'd be fine.
Be fine?
She is.
Okay.
I mean, look, this is literally the first time. This is breaking news to me. Like
breaking news.
I know, right? Just spoiler warning, all that other stuff. No, I mean that's breaking news to me. Initial reaction, like I like Daisy Ridley. I think she's a pretty good actress. At the very beginnings. She's doing another movie. I saw like a preview of, like it was like one of those, kind of like high intense thriller movies that
with Tom Holland.
Yes. I don't know if it did very well. It's so hard to say what does really well nowadays and what doesn't, and you're just like you don't know, and you just try to absorb what you can. There's so many avenues of
Godzilla vs. Kong,
movies.
$400 million. I think that's pretty good. Thank you.
Yep, that's awesome. Let the MonsterVerse continue. No, that actually sounds cool. We'll see what holds with that.
That's one rumor, by the way.
Yeah.
Then they saw fans saw her wearing the suit when Rogue would wear. So they're hinting at maybe X-Men. So
I don't know about that.
So
I don't know. Again, I don't know. Like, the X-Men aren't going to come for like, at least another 3 years. Giggity. But,
oh, right.
We'll see, what happens with that. Watching the MCU, like, everyone wants everything right now. We want everything right now. But you know what? We'll have to wait. Like any lovely cake, it starts out by slow baking. Put it in the oven. Don't try to burn that sucker too fast. I don't want to do that. But yeah, anyway, guys, that is our show for this week, episode 9. May the Sith be with you. Thanks for tuning in and checking us out. Again, if you're on the YouTube, man, drop a like and subscribe to us and follow this, because we got some really, really cool things that we're going to talk about coming up in weeks, months, and years to come, man. I'm hoping so, because this is fun stuff. We just love doing this. We love doing this for you. Again, my brother is Joshizzle2323. He's at the Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out his current gameplay of Mega Manning it up and doing some Hitman. I am Charzar81, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. This is the Movie Broview. Get some popcorn. Watch a movie.
Oh, one more thing. One more thing.
What's the one more thing?
Nope. Your midichlorian count will go up if you follow us, subscribe to us, and like the video. That's all I have to say. Good night, everybody.
I love you, brother.